Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Morning Sun. Hope everyone's having a great day, great evening, great night, whenever you're watching this video. I'm Brian, and today I just wanted to ask everybody what is their favorite search engine? What's the search engine you use the most? Here is a top 10 ranking by Alex Chris from ReliableSoft.net. So we're going to go over the 10 biggest search engines in the world. As you can see, Google, I expect Google to be huge. Bing by Microsoft, Yahoo, Ask, which used to be Ask Jeeves. Then we have AOL, which is now owned by Verizon, if I'm not mistaken. Baidu, Wolfram Alpha, which I've never heard of, might be a specialized site. DuckDuckGo, which is pretty cool, which we'll get into later. Let's see, Internet Archive, maybe that's a specialized site. Yandex, I think that's a Russian one, but we'll see. I think this article will kind of give us a breakdown of each one. And then there's also one new one I came across that I want to share with you all that I think is really cool. But let's get into this. Here's the breakdown of the top search engines. And yes, Google is huge, 81.5%. So Google is just a massive company outpacing the rest. If you're watching this video, this is on YouTube, owned by Google. Second is Bing by Microsoft, and Bing's not even number two. Baidu's number two. Baidu is China-based. Unlike the other ones, I imagine it's filtered a little more, kind of some government influence on what they can search and what they can view, because it's going to China. Then we have Yahoo, Yandex, which I believe is Russian, Ask, which used to be XGeeves, and DuckDuckGo. So breaking down net market share, Statista, Stat Counter. Okay, so this is everyone worldwide, and as you can see, it's Google, Baidu, and then kind of everybody else. Google, everybody uses Google. It's the one that most people use. Not everyone, but most people. Bing, obviously people use Bing from the graphs that you just saw. I don't really know anyone who uses Bing. Um, let's see, I don't know if it was 7 years ago, 10 years ago, Bing had this promotion where if you did a certain number of searches a day, you got credits which you could add up to get certain prizes. Not expensive prizes, but something like a gift card or for like Microsoft or for like Xbox or something like that. Some little thing, maybe a gift that they would mail you or something, but it was relatively cheap. But it was still something that I did post college for a little bit. I don't know, maybe a couple days, a week or two. And then I lost interest because Google was just better. I was kind of indoctrinated to Google. I preferred do Google. I liked the way Google functioned, but ultimately they do most of the same things, if not all. Yahoo's still around. I mean, besides being a search engine, you've got email, fantasy sports, stocks, and whatnot. Baidu, based out of China. Let's see, founded in 2000. Most popular search engine in China, no surprise. Uh, Yandex.ru. Ha, I was right. It's definitely Russian. Um, According to Alexa, Yandex.ru is among the 30 most popular websites on the internet with a ranking of 4 in Russian. So there you go. DuckDuckGo. This one's really cool. I had learned about DuckDuckGo, I want to say about 10 years ago. It was founded, I think it was, yeah, started in 2008. It's a nonprofit by Gabriel Weinberg. And this is big on privacy. So what this does, unlike other search engines, this protects your privacy and anonymity. So meaning that it's not going to share your search history and send you a bunch of targeted ads. It's one of the few search engines out here that does that. So if you're someone who's worried about Big Brother watching you, or worried about someone judging from your searches, or sending you targeted ads, or just compiling data on you, like most internet companies do, DuckDuckGo doesn't do that. And outside of DuckDuckGo, try private browsing on basically any web browser. Safari, Mozilla, Firefox, Google Chrome, all and Internet Explorer, they all have private browsing. Get a VPN. Um, that's about it. There might be there's a couple other ways. We're not going to get into this. I mean, there's really no way to stop someone entirely from seeing your search history and seeing what you're doing. whether it's the company you get your internet from, whether it's Comcast, AT&T, Spectrum from Charter, or the VPN you're using, maybe a VPN from Thailand, maybe the VPN from Europe. Someone is looking over your shoulder, unless you want to get really tricky. And if you do want to do something shady, then you'll have to get kind of tricky. But there you go. Ask.com, it used to be Ask Jeeves. I imagine some of you watching this video don't remember Ask Jeeves. But when I was growing up back in the time when AOL was really taking off, Ask Jeeves was one of the bigger search engines, and the logo was different. They had like a butler or something that was Jeeves. Look it up, it's pretty cool. AOL.com, this should be owned by Verizon now. Yes, 2015. So AOL's America Online, if you remember, it was huge back in the day. They had these little CDs. They had dial-up internet. Everyone had an AOL account. It was going to be huge, and then it wasn't. Still around. I still have an AOL email account, but it's not what it was back in the day. Wolfram Alpha. I believe this is specialized. I've honestly never heard of this before, but let's take a look. Wolfram Alpha is different than all the other search engines. They market it as a computational knowledge engine, which can give you facts and data for a number of topics. It can do all sorts of calculations. For example, if you get a mortgage 2000, as input it will calculate your loan amount, interest paid, etc., based on the number of assumptions. That's pretty cool. That's really specialized. So I don't know, might be something I look into later on down the road, or something you all look into. But I think that's pretty cool. All right. An Internet Archive. This is probably something similar. It's probably a specialized website. Archive.org is the Internet Archive search engine. You can use it to find out how a website looked since 1996. Oh, interesting. So you can like track its changes over time, how it was. All right. Nothing's ever forgotten on the internet. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. And so there's another search engine that came to my attention. I believe it's relatively new, probably less than a year old. I got a targeted ad for it, and I'll go to this right now. It's called Oceanhero. Go to oceanhero.today. You can check it out. And they say every 5 searches helps remove 1 plastic bottle from the ocean, which, if you're not aware, our oceans are incredibly contaminated. There's a Great Pacific Garbage Patch, which is just like dissolved plastic just in the ocean, and every day kind of more plastic finds its way into the ocean. So it's nice that this is an easy website. I mean, all you have to do is do a couple searches. Let's see, if you want to search Sesame Street, it's just like any other search engine. If you want to search Disney, it can tell you about Disney. It can tell you about any other search engine. If you want to search Cardi B, from anything else, it functions just like another search engine. But it actually does some social good, social justice, and it does so by a collaboration with Plastic Bank. Plastic Bank. Well, let's hear about Oceanhero. They go to the website, watch some videos. But Plastic Bank is an organization that's been around, I want to say 2013, maybe 2015. We'll go to it and check it out. But Plastic Bank it has facilities in place in Haiti, the Philippines. One is coming to Brazil, I think, next year or later on, but it is coming. Let's see. So what did I say? I said Haiti, I said the Philippines, and Indonesia. Yes. And here's a picture. Looks like it's from Haiti right here. Just like how polluted it is. So, in developing countries with some of the most vulnerable populations, not everyone treats and recycles their plastics as they should. Either they're not taught to, or they're not capable of doing so. There's not infrastructure for them to take in all this plastic. So what Plastic Bank does, it allows individuals in these communities to collect plastic and exchange it for goods they might otherwise not be able to afford. Or it allows them to collect it and get it for money, which they can use to get food for their families, to make an education, to get an education. And it's a wonderful thing, especially in these countries that are kind of inundated with pollution. It's relatively new. It's a relatively new organization. I was under the impression it's a nonprofit, but I don't think it's a nonprofit. I think it's a social venture. So I think you can look at it as a for-profit company, but it's really doing social good because it's in some ways certain nonprofits are inefficient or not structured to run as cleanly as and efficiently as a business does. And so by taking this approach to social good companies like this, they're able to run more efficiently and get higher workers and just be more effective overall. So I that's it for all these search engines. If you have any questions, let me know. And I'm really interested to see what search engines are you all using. Was the search engine not covered in this top 10 that you're not using? Is there something out there that's even better that has some unique features that you all like and enjoy? Let me know. And please use Oceanhero. I really encourage it. I think it's a fantastic company, and I'm going to learn more about it and probably do another video. Plastic Bank is a phenomenal, phenomenal company. They do great work. They're really helping to make a difference out there. And it's kind of not, they're not just dumping a lot of money in, they're empowering the people in those communities to make a difference. So, and what, 5 searches a day, it works just like any other search engine. So I encourage you all to check it out. Change it to your default search engine, your default browser, and you'll be making a little bit of difference. So, okay, I guess I didn't go into this, how Oceanhero gets the money to help Plastic Bank. So, like any other search engine, they get revenue from advertisements or monetizing your search history for targeted ads or whatnot. And that is used to help fund Plastic Bank. And I imagine they probably have some other partners, but Plastic Bank is the big one that I came across. And that's great. So that is it for today. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what you thought of the video. I'll be doing a couple more videos. If you like what you see, subscribe, know me more, and also leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thought. I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Take care.